When it comes to weddings, everyone wants the perfect day. But unless you have unlimited funds, it's I do, but at what cost?
The car's probably worth $4,000, and I would say it's probably going to be that much to fix it.
Horrible timing.
First of all, I don't think I'd be any good at putting the flowers together.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't the best situation that I've ever seen a couple in.
We don't have quite as much money as we thought we were going to.
Weddings are sublime. Weddings are keeping in time. Weddings are a celebration on a dime. Meet Kimberly and Fernando, just married. Planning their wedding was a financial limbo dance where the bar kept getting lower and the bottom line kept getting higher. Let's take a look at the events leading up to their big day.
My name is Kimberly. I'm a 23-year-old student. I met Fernando 3 years ago when he opened the door for me on my first day of work. I thought he was a keeper. After the birth of our daughter, Hallie, we decided marriage was the next step. This is the story of the bumps we hit on the road to our wedding.
Weddings and money are like Kim and Fernando. They travel side by side on the path to happiness. At the end of the show, we'll let you in on how many financial roadblocks our couple encountered en route to their wedding day.
I think their wedding really showed how much we love each other.
A lot of people have said to me in the past, well, why are you even getting married? I mean, you already live together, you already have a baby, but it was important to us to make our family sort of official.
Complete.
Yeah.
So, let's go back to the very beginning and see just what it took to make Kimberly and Fernando official.
Planning the wedding got stressful at times. I think we were hoping that when the wedding planners came in, that they would really help do stuff for us.
Enter wedding planners Karina Holtby and Lori Eldridge. With 8 weeks to go, were they able to take care of all of the bits and pieces for Kimberly and Fernando?
We take care of all the little details that keep them awake, really to make sure that the bride and the groom feel like they're a guest at the wedding. We're very excited to help you kind of create your vision and kind of find out where you guys are at this point, which I'm kind of under the understanding isn't too far.
No, we do have a place in mind. We've had some friends that have actually done their weddings there.
Okay.
So we'd kind of like to do it there.
But let's get started with hearing kind of what you guys want to bring into your wedding, your dreams, if there's a castle in the sky kind of thing.
I thought maybe like a sort of a spring kind of theme, a garden party. Really outdoorsy feel almost, but
so
inside.
would you like to be, you want to be inside?
Yeah.
Guess numbers. What are you at in terms of that?
We're looking at about 125.
It's not too big, not too small. Why don't we quickly just run off a list? You tell me to stop if you've actually done this.
Okay.
Flowers.
Do you want to see roses?
I know
What do you
nothing
think about your wedding?
Okay.
Did you dream about your wedding at all?
Not in such detail that I know what kind of flowers.
Okay,
I don't know
okay,
anything
okay.
about flowers. We just bought a house. We just had a baby who's 7 months old. I'm trying to finish school. I'm only working 2 days a week, so Fernando's really the only income that we have. So with all that taken into account, we really didn't have a lot to work with.
Any thought to a cake?
I actually was on a website of this place. They do miniature wedding cakes.
Okay.
So I thought that we might be able to sort of incorporate that as like a centerpiece and as a favor.
No.
No.
Why not?
Think about it. You've got your cake in the middle of the table for your guests. They're going to eat it, and all of a sudden your centerpieces are gone. You would have to do a cake, I think, as well, just for picture's sake.
We'd have like something to cut, yeah.
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 So I guess learning what we've learned, we need some serious direction.
We don't have flowers. You don't have a dress. You don't have rings. I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't the best situation that I've ever seen a couple in.
You're
need to-
lucky 2 event planners are here.
Yes.
To be completely honest. A really important question is we need to know what we're working with here. What is the budget?
Remember, it's I do, but at what cost?
This is gonna be tough, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I ended up at the end of university with owing money. I had nothing for the wedding. And so I was very appreciative of my in-laws to pick up the whole tab.
It didn't seem to present a problem to your manliness at all, did it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
When it comes to weddings, no matter how hard you try, costs can quickly spiral out of control.
I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't the best situation that I've ever seen a couple in.
At the end of the show, we'll reveal exactly what it took Kimberly and Fernando to pull off their big day.
Is that all the guys we have?
Lori mentioned that maybe the mini cakes weren't such a good idea because they doubled as centerpieces, and she thought that maybe people would start tampering with them and the centerpieces would disappear early in the evening and it would take away from the way the room looked.
How are you guys feeling about this? Are you still the direction you want to go in?
I still really like this.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it is very
It's
different.
unique, and I wanted some unique elements.
I brought
here we
some
Whoa.
5 of our most request cakes. And actually, your mini cakes are exactly like this.
Do all the cakes have to be the same flavor, or they can?
No,
maybe? Okay.
no.
We'll probably do a more intricate design like this one with the polka dots or the ones with the stripes.
Okay, so we would be looking at $7.75 each.
$7.75 each.
With the
Okay.
box additional to that?
No, that's with
included?
the box included.
And that includes you coming in on the day of to set up. Is delivery additional?
Delivery and setup is additional. It's
Okay.
$50, but I set this all up on the tables for you.
That's sweet on your budget. The cake, guest favors, and centerpieces all rolled into one.
Usually when you go to a wedding, there's all kinds of favors left scattered around the hall.
No one takes them.
We couldn't even find our cakes at the end. There was
people
2 of
took
us
them.
for us, and they weren't even there at the end
There
of
was
the night.
not a
so-
single cake left in that place at the end of the night, so they were a hit.
Yeah.
I was really happy with the flowers. I mean, I just wanted something that looked like it had been thrown
Picked from a-
together. Picked from a garden.
What kind of themes are you doing, or what kind of a feel do you want for the day?
I think Kim's looking for like a spring garden party kind of.
What were you thinking about for you? Are you thinking of a loose, natural bunch or something
I don't
really
want anything
structured?
really structured.
Okay.
Something a little more natural looking. Just I think a mix of pinks would be nice.
Okay.
We're kind of concerned about
Okay.
costs too and keeping the costs down.
You'll be happy to know that the price of tulips have just dropped. So
that's good.
we're back down to $1.50 a stem. There's ways that you guys are willing to do some of the work. You can always look at keeping your costs down. It's all about labor and time for us, so we can always work with you and show you. Like, are you prepared? Are you guys into that or not so much?
First of all, I don't think I'd be any good at putting the flowers together. And secondly, I don't want to spend the time that morning trying to figure all of that out when we already have enough to do.
We decided that we didn't have the time to put the bouquets together ourselves, so we're having the florist do it. We decided to go with the pink tulips. I hope we're getting a good deal because I really know nothing about flowers.
I think the major selling point for the venue that we ended up going with is just they gave us different choices and they said, absolutely, whatever your budget is, we'll work with it and we'll make it happen. So it was awesome.
For sit down, you'd be looking at roughly about $20 per person. Buffet's just a little bit more at about $21, and then the country style is about $22.
If we were gonna go with the buffet, what usually works
Is that
the
what
best?
you're leaning towards?
I think so.
Buffet?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Again, you really can't go wrong with the buffet style.
And we kind of like to have the appetizers for in between the ceremony and the reception.
Okay. Probably looking at again $1 per person per item for those, so you're probably looking at about $2 more per person.
Okay.
Were you thinking about going with a cash bar at this point or an open bar?
We hadn't totally decided yet.
Okay. Cash bar, we're going to charge your guests $4 per beverage. Open bar, we're going to charge you personally about $15 per person.
Okay. I don't think $15 more per person is really
I have a hard
worth it.
time justifying that for, paying for everyone's alcohol for the evening. So I'm leaning more towards probably going to a cash bar. I was getting nervous about not having a venue to hold the wedding, but we've seen this one, we love it, and we've booked it. So I hope Laura and Karina like it.
Fernando had sent us a few pictures, and we're a little bit concerned. We need to see it in real life.
Uh-oh, looks like Lori and Karina aren't too happy with what they see.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Wow, the pictures didn't really do it justice, really. Made it look a lot darker in here. The one good thing is the lighting.
I think the wedding planners were pretty surprised when we told them that we had someone else in mind for the decor. But I'm pretty excited about the idea, and I think it's going to look really great.
We don't have quite as much money as we thought we were going to.
Okay.
So turns out my student loan's not coming through. So we were going to try to keep it around like $300 mark sort of thing.
Just stretch it.
What we've got. Yeah.
We did find a place that said they could work within that budget. I just went over with her that I wanted the head table and the cake table and the signing table done.
If she's charging you to come set it up, there's no point. Like, that's what we're here for. So maybe she's got some.
I think we just go and see what she can give you for your money, and maybe because it's all her own stock, she's going to give you some type of really good discount. And then we take it, she comes in, and we'll work with her to set it up. Well, she's renting her own items, so if she has some availability on that day, she might want to give you some type of
fill
discount.
it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's just go and see, and then
That's all we can do, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, worst case, we do it for you, and it's beautiful as well.
My car apparently is here. Fiance had an accident today with it.
When I first got the call that Kim had been in a car crash with Hallie, I was really panicked. Obviously, I was worried. Then I was just so relieved that
Just that Hallie was okay and no one had been hurt. That was the big thing, I think.
No, Kim, that was a good thing. A big thing was what it did to your budget.
The car's probably worth $4,000, and I would say it's probably going to be that much to fix it.
we're so screwed now.
Horrible timing. We really needed a new car because without a car, I can't get to school, I can't get to work. It's a big mess. So even though the only place to get the money for a car was from the wedding budget, and the budget was already small, we had to go ahead and buy a new car.
Nice car. Bet that put a dent in your budget.
I don't know. With everything that's gone on with the car and your student loan and everything, I mean, we need to find a way to cut costs in the wedding. Like, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. The only place I can really think of cutting costs is the wedding planners. I mean, everything else we need.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think that'd probably be the best thing to do is probably help us out the most if we can cut them loose then.
It's a large chunk of money, too, that we'd be saving.
Absolutely. Do you want to call or do you want me to?
No, I'm not calling.
Okay, well, I guess
I don't do things like that, you know that.
I know. I guess I can call them.
Good evening, Karina Holtby.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks, Fernando. How are you?
Not doing too bad. Kim and I were talking about some things that have come up. I don't know if you guys know, but her car got written off and we had to buy a new car, and with a bunch of other financial things that have come up, we were discussing ways of cutting costs in the wedding. And I think we came to the consensus that probably the easiest would be to maybe cut you guys loose.
Is there anything we can help you with just to kind of prepare you for the day?
No, I don't think so. I think Kim and I have gone through quite a bit of the planning stages ourselves, and we feel pretty comfortable with it at this point. I think we'll be okay, but thank you.
I'm sorry that we won't get to see you on your big special day. If you have any emergencies on the day of, we'll have our cell phones on.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Good luck and congratulations.
Talk to you later, bye. We decided to let the wedding planners go. We needed to find somewhere to cut costs, and we thought really this would be our best solution to stay within our budget.
For peace of mind for themselves, they wanted to go into the day, running the day themselves. Hopefully everything runs smoothly for them. We wish them the best, but they might just realize what having someone that's kind of away from the family there to run the show could be like.
We didn't spend a lot of money on our wedding. I was quite prepared to wear one of the suits that I had in my cupboard. However, Nancy pointed out to me that my best suit was in fact my grade 11 suit, and at this point was riding a little bit higher than my ankles, so that wasn't going to do.
When it comes to putting together a wedding, sometimes it can feel like costs are spinning out of control. But at what point does I do become I'm stepping on the brakes?
We need to find a way to cut costs.
At the end of the show, we'll reveal how much mileage Kimberly and Fernando got out of their budget and what it took to pull off their big day.
I really wasn't concerned about anything falling through the cracks on the day of the wedding, just because we had talked to the vendors and let them know that we weren't working with the wedding planners anymore, and they all gave us their assurances that they would do their best to help us out. And
We knew nothing major had been missed. We're just more concerned with people having a good time. So if something little had been missed, it wouldn't have been a big deal to us anyway.
When weddings don't have a planner, I kind of become a planner myself. So I like to take care of all the little details, make sure people are going to be there when they say they're going to be there. That's peace of mind for me. So it was just a quick call to the hall to make sure, what time can I set up, what time can I take down, a quick call to Yvonne, how many actual tables are we doing, because I'm providing this and this. And then we just kind of all touch base with all the different vendors.
I just got a call from the wedding party. They didn't think of a money box or like an envelope box. Do you have something you can give them? Or?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because I can do something, but I'm sure yours would be nicer.
Yeah, I've got one in the studio I can bring.
Perfect.
Tamara, remind me again where I'm putting the mini cakes.
If you want to just set it somewhere, I can take care of putting it out once I have it dressed.
Looks like there was organized chaos happening here.
Perfect, and I'll set that out.
Fernando was here yesterday with the rehearsal. He mentioned maybe covering the mirror just for pictures, so the flash wouldn't be a problem. I don't know if he mentioned that to you or not at all.
No, he didn't. If you want to take one of those buckets and bring that in for me, that'd be great.
Wow, that backdrop's really gonna look nice.
They actually didn't order this.
Really?
They couldn't afford it. They kind of had a bit of a sad story. I was like, it's just with this much of a head table, it just really needed a backdrop, so I decided I'd put one up for them.
It seemed like everything was under control at the venue. Too bad the same couldn't be said for Kimberly and her dress.
I was rushing around a little bit the day before the wedding, so I had a friend who offered to pick up my wedding dress. And when he got to the store, it was closed. So he reassured me he'd pick it up first thing when the store opened. His voicemail again. I don't know where he is.
Oh my God, we should have picked the dress up way before. Can we call the store and see, if they picked it up?
We can do that.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, bye. They said that he picked up the dress an hour ago. We need to get it here. It's 1 o'clock. The wedding's at 3. Oh, he's not answering. We're getting his voicemail. I'm gonna be very upset when I see him.
Maybe we should call the police to look for his license.
Oh my God.
That must be Nick. Oh my God, I've been freaking out all morning. Thank you so much. And this is the headpiece.
Yeah, everything's in there,
Okay.
so it should be good.
Okay, awesome.
Phew, that was close. And with some hurried help from her bridesmaids, Kimberly was back on track. They might be able to pull this off after all.
I decided to get to the venue a fair bit early just to take a look and make sure everything was okay. Yes. Oh, there's 2 of them in here?
Taking charge, Fernando. I love that in a man.
When you're ready to come up, they're just gonna grab an end, they'll help you carry it down the stairs, and then you're on your own.
So who's my part?
There.
Who is it?
There.
Him.
Yes. Haley will go with Andrew, and then you're with Brian. Or if you guys want to put yourselves in order, I can switch them around. It's not a big deal.
Fruitcake.
We had a big section of it in our freezer for almost 4 or 5 years after we got married. And then finally we didn't know what to do with this thing anymore, and we kind of threw it out.
When you're planning a wedding, things can change on you at the drop of a dime. After all, it's I do, but at what cost? No matter the budget, is it ever enough? Despite the hand fate dealt to them along the way, Kimberly and Fernando's big day was kissed by Lady Luck, and soon we'll let you in on how much they paid for their date with Destiny.
I was overwhelmed when I saw Kim walking down the aisle. To finally see her coming up and knowing we were going to be getting married, it was hard to actually contain in a lot of the emotion. And I hope that I can bring you even half the love that you deserve, because you deserve all the love in the world.
I promise to make you as happy for the rest of your life as you've made me from the day we met.
Too late for the objection.
Fernando, you may kiss your beautiful bride. Congratulations.
Aw, don't cry. It'll be okay. Mom and Dad are paying for this party. After all it took this couple to get to the altar, it was time to relax, kick back, and celebrate with their friends and family.
We're extremely happy that the day's finally here and we get to now spend the rest of our lives together and enjoy each other.
It's exciting, it is. And everything went really well and we're having a great time, so I'm glad.
The wedding might have turned out to be all hugs and kisses, but will you be kissing your money goodbye when you get the bill?
The original budget we handed the wedding planners was $12,000.
For replacing the car, we were left with $8,600 to spend.
The pink tulips were gorgeous and they cost $465.
The extra decor really enhanced the venue. It cost us $475.
I was hoping to find a cheap dress that I loved, and I did. My dress with all the accessories and alterations cost $500.
We parted ways with the wedding planners. For the time that we did utilize them, their fee was $650.
Our mini cakes tripled as the wedding cake, the guest favors, and the centerpieces. They cost $1,200.
The venue bent over backwards for us. The total cost, including hall rental, food, and wait staff, cost us $5,000.
Miscellaneous costs, including DJ, hair, and makeup, and invitations, came to $2,391. We actually spent $10,681.
Which put us over budget by $2,081. Not bad, but
Let's go to the casino and try to make it all back.
done.
The couple is happy. Their money is spent and their expectations have been met. The only question left, is this a wedding reception or indoor recess?
When we said I do, when we were husband and wife, I looked at my ring and I went, yes, I got him.
Nobody told us to walk slowly down the aisle and say hello to everybody, and so I think we probably had record time going out of that church.
That's gonna leave a mark.